This is called the xE1 Wedge, 65 degrees. You don't usually see a 65-degree wedge out there, but it's to help you get the ball out of the sand. Bingo. How'd that one feel right there?
That felt great.
Do you struggle with your short game? Getting out of the sand, close to the hole from the rough? Have trouble hitting flop shots? You're not alone. Hitting consistent shots from around the green from all lies is challenging for most amateur golfers. What if there was a way for you to stop hitting it fat or thin out of the sand and rough and leave a makeable putt every time? Now there is. The xE1's technologically advanced design with its auto glide sole featuring the exclusive RPM2 repositioned performance mass reduces drag in the sand and rough. This extreme heel and toe weighting moves weight low and to the rear, letting you get the ball out of the sand on your very first shot every time. And it's nearly impossible for the xE1 to skip or dig. The RPM2 makes the club more stable, resisting opening or closing at impact. It reduces face rotation, giving you more consistency and more stability on all your wedge shots. Enhanced sole forgiveness and extreme heel-toe weighting makes it easy to get out of the sand, rough, even tight lies without opening the blade. The xE1 makes it easier for you to flop it like Phil. Utilizing the new and revolutionary auto glide sole design with the RPM2 repositioned performance mass, you can hit any shot, including flop shots, without opening the face. And from the sand, the rough, or hard pan, the xE1 won't skip or dig. Shots you used to dread, tight or thin lies, and even buried shots from a bunker are a breeze with the xE1. The xE1's hollow chamber channel behind the face provides incredible forgiveness, great feel, and consistent results no matter where you hit the ball in the club face. To find out how the xE1 would perform against traditional wedges, we asked some golfers to hit their wedge and then the xE1. Here's what happened.
I've always had difficulty hitting my wedges for the 35, 40 years I've been playing golf.
I struggle a lot with my short game. I practice a lot, but I don't seem to get a whole lot better with it. It's like something's always missing.
Anybody could play this wedge from a scratch handicap all the way down, but it's really made for the player who really struggles around the greens, who really struggles out of bunkers, who really struggles off those tight lies when you have to get them up quick over bunkers or over ponds from that 20 to 40 yard distance. I was amazed at what I saw, especially with our last gentleman who did it with his wedge. Alan, he never hit the green out of 3 shots with his wedge on the flop shot or the bunker. Give this a shot and see if it improves your game at all. He puts the xE1 in play and he hits all 3 inside of 10 feet. And the first time he ever touched the wedge, I was blown away. And I think he was blown away too.
I always struggled with the flop shot. I never really had one. I'd hit him short or hit him in the bunker, and frustrating part of the game then. So the first time I hit the xE1 was just awesome. I couldn't believe how it popped the ball right up. It just glides right through. It's just amazing. The xE1's by far and away way ahead of the other wedges I've ever used.
Yeah, I'm so used to always make such a hard effort. I think that's where a lot of my problems came in when I was hitting sand shots and the shots over the bunkers. I've had different wedges to try to solve my problems. Just finish off with one going in. I hit the xE1 first time, put it in my hand, and it was like I'd had it in my bag for 30 years. It just felt completely comfortable. I didn't have to swing hard. It just popped right up and dropped right on the green. Oh my God.
When I used it and I looked down at it, it's got a much bigger face and it gives you a lot of confidence. Club does actually do the work for you because, as I said with mine, it was, like you have to muscle it out. But with the xE1, it was just play the shot out. It was a touch shot. I think the xE1 is a real club. It's worth being in the bag.
I don't think I've ever had an easier shot with a wedge than with this xE1. Whether it was from over the trap or from the trap onto the green. Not having to open up the club face with the xE1 makes it so much easier.
Oh, almost. My game stinks.
All right, well, let's try this. This is a 65-degree xE1 wedge with the auto glide sole. Bingo.
The xE1 wedge is really giving you a lot of forgiveness. It gives you more confidence to swing a little bit harder than you would normally swing and get the ball where you want it to go.
Now I want you to try the xE1 Wedge. All right.
The xE1 gave me the confidence that I wasn't going to jam it, so I could swing the club through the ball, get the height and the distance that I wanted, and I get the direction too. The best wedge I've ever hit is the xE1.
Go in. Oh! No matter if you're a beginner or a single digit, and you'd like to have the confidence knowing you'll get every ball out of the bunkers on the green every time, then the brand new xE1 65-degree wedge is for you. The xE1's innovative and cutting-edge design allows you to hit every type of shot around the green easier and more consistently. Starting with xE1's technologically advanced auto glide sole featuring the exclusive RPM2 reposition performance mast, reduces drag in the sand and rough. This extreme heel and toe weighting moves weight low and to the rear, letting you get the ball out of the sand on your first shot every time. The 65 degrees of loft makes it easy to hit out of all lies. Why? This sole is the only one that's specifically designed to compensate for and forgive your mishits and reward your good ones. You never have to open the face or swing differently on your sand or pitch shots again. In a side-by-side comparison with one of the best-selling sand wedges on the market, the xE1's advantages are obvious. Out of any lie or any type of sand, the large and forgiving xE1 sole is heavier and aerodynamically tuned to slide through the sand or rough effortlessly. And you can see the xE1's auto glide sole with RPM2 extreme heel toe weighting makes it so forgiving. Combined with its 65 degrees of loft, it's easy to get the ball up, out, and close to the hole from any lie. You'll be amazed at how much confidence you have in the bunker. It's nearly impossible not to hit a great sand shot. You'll actually be excited to hit sand shots with your new xE1. Out of the rough, the xE1 makes it so easy. It glides and hugs the turf, practically eliminating fat shots. And because of the 65 degrees of loft and ingenious design of the auto glide sole, you'll never have to open up the face to hit high, soft lobs. This also eliminates sculling or topping your wedge shots. Hi, I'm Arron Oberholser, and I'm out here today at the beautiful Desert Forest Golf Club in their short game area, and we're comparing the xE1 wedge to the traditional wedge. I'm going to hit some shots for you with both and show you the difference between why you might be struggling a little bit with your traditional wedge, here as I have it here, and compared to the xE1 with its auto glide sole technology. So let's start with the traditional wedge, which is 60 degrees. This is from 55 yards. Again, trying to stay very shallow with it, but still not quite getting the grab against the turf, and you can see how kind of deep the divot is right through this middle section of the divot. Now let's compare that to the xE1 with its auto glide sole technology, and this is our 65 degree model. So I'm playing it square from 55 yards. And you can see that these are the two divots that I took with the normal wedge. This was the divot that I took with the xE1, and it's much shallower through the divot. You can see the difference. Look at how narrow the sole is on the traditional wedge versus the xE1. As you get the forward shaft lean, there's not enough mass there to help the club exit the turf or keep the club gliding along the top of the turf. Not true with the xE1. If you get a little forward shaft lean and having to hit it just a little bit fat, as wide as this sole is, it's going to constantly fight against wanting to dig, and it's going to stay on top of the grass at all times. It's going to want to constantly exit itself from the turf, which is going to make a lot of your shots, a lot of your misses or your fat shots end up in pretty good spots. The days of sticking the club directly in the ground and the club literally staying there or actually bouncing back at you, those days are over with this club. Just the way it's designed and how big that heel is, how big the flange is on the bottom, and how long and how much weight and mass there is in the back here. The days of hitting fat shots off of thin, muddy, or wet lies or tight lies, those days are over with the xE1 wedge. With the auto glide sole with repositioned performance mast, you don't even have to open the face. The extreme weighting makes the face so stable and eliminates digging and blading, two of the biggest misses on flop shots. Using the xE1's technology lets you just set up square and swing. It's that easy. There has never been a wedge that does so much and makes it so simple for you to hit every shot from every lie from 50 yards and in. You really can buy a better golf game, and we guarantee it. Starting with the very first round you play using the xE1, you'll not only hit it closer to the hole and lower your score, you'll never leave a shot in the bunker. Guaranteed. Now you can try the instant automatic answer to your short game right now.